Yo, you too. What's going on? Just talking about, this whole unconstitutional CCW process out of Riverside County that they are using against their own citizens to make arbitrary rules and to selectively pick people who they want, by instead of being objective and issuing permits objectively, they're being subjective and handpicking people who they deem worthy to get a concealed weapons license, which is totally unconstitutional, totally anti-American, and they've been getting away with it for decades. Okay, and it's a big cash cow. Right? Let's compare the cost from Arizona to California. Okay, Arizona is $60 and a fingerprint card, and I think whatever training course you decide to take, but very, very minimal, very, easy. And you could get that certification from any NRA or CRPA instructor in California. $60 and a fingerprint card into Arizona, maybe $100 if you're just doing that training for Arizona, but I pay $250 plus $100 for my Arizona on top of it, because that same training satisfies the Arizona requirements. So that's what I did to get my Arizona, and then I was denied in California in Riverside, but I was granted one in Arizona within 3 weeks. Same background check. I could buy firearms in California, former FFL, getting my 03 FFL here soon, and according to them, I don't deserve to carry a weapon, but I could buy them, and I could purchase them from a dealer in California. And one time during a CRPA chapter meeting, Chad Bianco said, if you could buy a weapon and own a weapon, we want you to carry in Riverside. But obviously he was just saying that to get votes and to pander to the people of the 2A community, because technically he is not very pro 2A. Just by this whole CCW scheme he's got going on, but they won't let it go. Why? Because it's a big cash cow, dude. They're making so much money on this CCW thing, and a lot of them probably have money or investments into these companies, or doing training, or they're involved, or they have a partnership somehow or another. So they're making money hands over fist over this whole CCW scheme, and it's very unconstitutional. I see right through the scheme. Okay, I see exactly what they're doing, and it's all just to fleece the population. It's to extract as much money out of the tax-paying citizen as they can. So practically and technically, they are taxing a constitutional right, which is illegal. Okay, and I'm calling them out on it, and they don't like it. And guess who is the ones attacking me? Guess who are the ones who you would think would have my back and say, hey, that's unconstitutional, we should get this changed. No, I'm getting ridiculed and attacked and insulted by CCW holders, because, like I said, it's a character assassination, because they think if you don't get approved for a CCW like they did, you're lower than them. There's something wrong with you. So they're assassinating my character, because as I tell my story and I explain to people what's going on, they look down on me. They think that that I'm inferior, like I don't deserve to be carrying a weapon or something, because Lord Chad said, according to his CCW scheme, that I can't carry a weapon when I could carry one in Arizona. I could buy and acquire weapons. And according to the Bruin decision and in Heller, all that's already been taken care of. Like, the standard has already been set. Okay, the standard was set in Heller, and then Bruin just told everybody how to follow the standard. So a lot of these unconstitutional gun control laws, they're all going away. Like I said years ago, I told people years ago that what California is doing is illegal, it's unconstitutional, and it's going to be struck down any day now. Okay, maybe that was 10 years ago. It took a long time, but I seen, according to the way that the wording of the Constitution says, the right of the people shall not be infringed. Okay? And that is a constitutional right. Okay, states could make their laws according to the way they want to, and the federal government can't really step in unless it has to do with constitutional things. If it has to do with the Constitution, they have to follow that federal regulation. The federal regulation is the Bruin standard right now in Haller. Chad Bianco hates that standard, okay? Just like Gavin Newsom hates that standard. They are the one and the same, okay? He can say what he wants, oh, Newsom this, Newsom that, but in the long run, he works for Gavin Newsom. That's his boss. He looks up to him, he reports to him, and it's all just a big old scheme, kind of like how it was back in the day where Tupac and Biggie had the beef. That was all just a staged beef, you know, like according to what people say, like they did that to get ratings and to get into the minds and the consciousness of people to start this little one side, two side thing where, okay, they're like, it works every time all throughout history, okay? And it's a psychological kind of deal that they put on society where it's like, in the public eye, it's red against blue, left against right, you know, bad against wrong, and it's all one and the same. You know, it's all the same scheme. They're all working in on it, and they're all making money hands over fist. And they're laughing at all of us because we're so stupid that we back up the oppressors who are bringing us down, okay? Like I said, I'm getting insulted and ridiculed by concealed weapons holders that already have their CCWs because they're not good people, okay? They have this attitude of, I got mine, so screw you. Okay, so that makes you a bad person. That doesn't make you a good person. That doesn't make you somebody that should lead in society and to make sure balances are in place in society, because you don't have the ability, you don't have the mental capacity. It's like how Apostle Paul said, they're given over to a reprobate mind, and that's exactly what's going on today in the gun community. Is a lot of the two-way supporters, you know, whatever, air quotes, don't have the capability to think for themselves. They're just being told what to think, okay? And it's very disturbing to see what's going on in society today. It's very disturbing. So, that's what I'm going through. I don't think I deserve to be insulted and treated very poorly just because I asked my issuing agency about an appeals process, you know? And he screamed at me at the top of his lungs, you know, like he made it a point to call me and tell me that just give up. You're never going to get one in Riverside County, but I don't give up. I'm not like that. Okay. I don't care if someone screams at me and threatens me and tries to make me feel like I'm lower. No, that just gives me motivation to go harder. So, I reached out to a lot of attorneys. I finally, you know, got somebody to talk to me and listen to my case. And I think the more that they dig into this, they're going to realize that this is going to be the goose that laid the golden egg right here for concealed weapons carry in California. So I'm a perfect candidate. I'm nothing like Rahimi. If you look at the Rahimi case, they're saying that prohibited possessors aren't necessarily prohibited possessors in certain cases. So if they could do that for Rahimi and all these other, what's the other? I can't remember the name of the other one, but there's another one that had to do with prohibited possessors, and that's gonna probably make it through also. But Rahimi looks like it's like they might lose the battle, but they're going to win the war for that Rahimi case. So if Rahimi could win, I could definitely take this out with my situation, because like I said, I could pass a NICS check. Getting an old 3 FFL, former FFL in Arizona, have an active Arizona CCW. So hey, you know, put me on the chopping block and use me as a sacrificial lamb for the citizens of California to gain their rights back. Okay. Love you guys. Take care.